Okay, today we are playing a game on Route 66. We were playing Brigitte the entire way through, and I still do not know the SR of the game. With special guest, my actual human son, for approximately 7 seconds. So, let's start the game. This is pre-nerf Brigitte still, so just imagine that everything we did in this game was like 20% more dangerous. Then you have the rough idea of like post-nerf Brigitte. One day, we might stop nerfing Brigitte, but today was not that day. One day. The green screen's really gone to shit, hasn't it? I might need to actually, like, get a legitimate green screen at some point. Or just, like, give up on the whole affair. So, anyway, our Ryan was up to no good, and he got away with it, which is truly the most depressing part of what we just saw, to be honest. Hanzo's up to no good behind us. We bonked him, we pushed him away. He's, like, thoroughly trying back there, isn't he? It didn't work out too well for him. They're, like, more or less fucked at this point, to be honest with you. We could have gone for the Moira right there, because Moira came, like, really close to us. And this situation, like, 0% scary, because we're looking at 2 supports and Orisa, and there's a healing orb right here. So we can go on this Moira right here with 0 fear of, like, any repercussion for them, basically. Ryan went up, he earth-shattered. Who did we whip in that? We whipped somebody after they got earth-shattered, which is not recommended procedure. Oh no, she didn't actually get knocked down. That's okay. We did end up actually pushing her out of the way of his fire strike, but, you know, whatever. You can't know that. She didn't get earth-shattered, so that's okay. If we pushed somebody that got earth-shattered, I was going to be very upset. Because I flash back into this moment in my mind when Lucio fucked me, which I talk about, like, every other week. Anyway. That was Moira. Yeah, alright, she's fucking dead. Good job, Moira. You know, you contested it for an extra half a second, so great job there, I suppose. Oh, there Ryan's up to no good. He's not getting away with that one, though. So, it's going great so far. We haven't really had to do anything. They're kind of giving this one to us for the most part right now. So we've almost got Rally built up. That's cool. We've got a lot of ultimates ready or almost ready at this point. Them, not so much. They've basically only got 2 right now. Ryan's getting there, though. Oh, he's fucking dead. Alright. Ash is doing good. Ash is killing some people, which is fairly rare to see, to be honest, you know. But she's doing it. She's doing it. She's dead now. She died to Moira. That's okay. She's getting revived right now. So it's like nothing even happened. If you don't get punished, you don't have to learn. Try to bunks. Toes off. Didn't hit him. Unfortunate. Everybody else is left. We're going to be touching the payload now. Toes is, like, hanging out. Hey, my son's back. We've got Rally ready. Missed the whip shot on her. You on this. Are you going to play with that lid? No. Oh, a little bit. Yeah, no, that's too much. That was too much. Oh, no, he's thinking about it. Unbelievable. Here. Go get it. There he goes. Nope. Yes. No. He's thinking about it. Look. You want that one? Go get it. Come on. Fierce Hunter. Go. Alright, Jesus Christ. Okay, there he goes. Fierce Hunter, stalking his prey. We missed the whip shot on the Mercy, unfortunate, but she didn't get it. She didn't get the res off still, I don't think. That was a while ago now. Is that bothering you now? No, you can do it. You get it. No, come on. Bonk. Give it a bonk. Oh my god, he's the worst hunter I've ever seen in my life. Jesus Christ. Look, here, I'll give you a 3rd one. Yep, no. Oh my god. Alright, give me a second. Alright, Fierce Hunter has stopped stalking his prey. So, anyway, it's been a great start. We captured the 2nd checkpoint. Hooray. We still didn't really have to do very much. They mostly gave it to us again. Echo's trying her best to die. She did. She's getting rezzed. No, it's Genji that's getting rezzed. Okay, never mind, never mind. So, we pop rally. They're getting gravitic fluxed. We should have, we've got like 3 charges ready when this happens on our healing here. No, we only had 2 actually. We got 3 right as it ended. We should look up, see if anybody in there is like... Basically, if anybody squishy is in there, now is a good time to throw one of the heat armor packs on them. Repair packs, they don't give armor anymore, do they? I gotta stop saying that. If there's somebody squishy up there, that's a good time to throw a repair pack on them, because they're the ones most likely to die from gravitic flux. I almost called it graviton surge, not quite the same thing. So, we got Earth Shattered. We can't exactly do a lot about that one. We're being flanked by Toes right now, because, you know, that's how it be. I don't really want to push him, like, that way right now, because, to be frank with you, we can probably kill the guy in this position. I'd rather push him away rather than to the payload, because then we're just pushing him back to his team. And he's in a bad position. Like, we could have beat that guy to death, and then we bonked him, and it didn't quite kill him, so we just ended up pushing him to safety. You know, the fight was going pretty badly by that point. It's not like us doing that was really going to change anything, but hey, anytime you can fuck a guy up, you should fuck that guy up pretty much. So, we gotta try again. They used a fair few ultimates at least, but so did we. Okay, now we're slamming them, and we just killed both their tanks with ours. Great. They lost their Ana as well. Fantastic news. Now's not a good time to be bonking them right there, because unless we're like really confident that bonk is going to kill them, because all bonking them right now is going to do is push them closer to their spawn, so closer to safety. Unless we're like really confident that the bonk is going to kill them, which it obviously didn't. So not a good time to be bonking. You can end up saving people with Brigitte when you whip shot them sometimes, so you gotta be careful when you elect to do so. My son was up to something over there. He still is. He's thinking about going into the ceiling, which I wouldn't recommend. Do you not remember what happened the last time you went in the ceiling? Yeah, but it might go better this time, you know? Like, maybe I won't fall through the ceiling this time. You know, it's not like it's made of styrofoam or anything. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So, Genji used Dragon Blade and killed several people. It kind of be that way. The most you can do is just try and stun him and slap him, you know? That's the most you can do is a lot of times is Brigitte, though, you know? That's just kind of how it is. So Genji's behind us. We didn't really, like, plan that one through. We just got hit by Genji, and we were just immediately span around to try and stun him, assuming he was right next to us. If you do that and Genji's not there, he might just go, oh, well, now she can't stun me, and then just go really hard on you after that, so... You know, the initial reaction is just, oh, danger. But you gotta fight the initial reaction. You gotta aim the shot, which in this case is your whole body, but you know, Mercy shouldn't have done that. You know, yeah, we're dead. Bob got deployed, and you know, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do when Bob's on the field? You know, Bob's a god. He's a god. He's a god. He can't be stopped. Unless he gets put to sleep. But let's be honest, if Bob gets put to sleep, he won't be asleep for long. The Moira, the Diva, the Roadhog, someone's gonna immediately spring into action and wake that Bob up. So anyway, we get to try again now. We've got a lot of ultimates ready again. Yeah, so hopefully this time's gonna go better. Route 66 third checkpoint is such a fucking arduous nightmare to capture, isn't it? I'd actually rather play on most 2CP maps, to be honest with you, than try and capture the third checkpoint on Route 66. The first 2 checkpoints? Fine, whatever, who cares? The third checkpoint? Dude, it's such a fucking nightmare. If you don't capture it in one push, it becomes unbearably just obnoxious to try and capture this, because it's just this narrow tunnel. It's just one long choke point. And if, like, you lose... Oh, this is not a good time to be bonking people. Don't whip shot people when they're in the blizzard, because that's almost certainly is just going to push them out of the blizzard. If you end up stalling out all the way over there, you're completely fucked. You gotta do the whole thing again without the payload now. That's true of a lot of payload maps, but this is just, like, one extraordinarily long choke point. So life is very hard. So we're playing, you know, very complicated game playing Brigitte. Ooh. Hey, we did it that time. We pushed him away. Oh. Well, we did good stopping Genji. You know, we did a good job killing Genji's momentum, and then that happened. Our Reinhardt somehow was the one that got pinned out of all of that. Hopefully he doesn't, like, completely whiff his Earth Shatter, because he's probably planning on using it. He did use it? No, he hasn't used it yet. I heard a loud crack. There he goes. There he goes. It wasn't exactly great. Oh no, here comes their Bob again. Pushing Bob back wasn't good there either. I understand the initial reaction to do this. The reason it wasn't is this actually gave Bob a wider light field of vision. Because right now he's pressed right up against the payload, so it's really hard for him to shoot somebody like on the other side of it, right? Like on the side of it to him. But we push him back, and now he can suddenly very clearly see on either side of the payload. So it actually widened his field of view. Because he was pressed right up against the payload before that. It's not likely to make much difference, really, but it did slightly increase Bob's field of view around the payload, which is not what you want to do with Bob. If you're going to push Bob somewhere, you want it to be, like, out into a corner, you know, so you can restrict his field of view more. Pushing Bob into the open almost always just increases his field of view. You want to push him against a surface, not from the surface. Because if he's against a surface, at least he can't see around it, you know? Anyway, we didn't capture the checkpoint again. This is not terribly surprising, given the position we are now in on this map, which is just dreadful, to be honest. But we're building up some ultimates again. We've almost got every ultimate ready to go. We're popping Rally. This is the last team fight. Bob's ready again, because that's just kind of how it is. It's unfortunate we didn't have Whip Shot right there so we could push him off of the wall, but that's still a bad position for Bob to be in because he's still sandwiched between the two walls regardless. Anna shouldn't have done that. We could have actually killed her without using Whip Shot right there. When we started whipping her, she was really low health, so we could have saved that cooldown and just beat her to death normally instead. It's not like Anna's gonna do anything to really get out of your way, you know, unless she sleeps you, but from that position, you had like 12 health left when we whip shot her. We could have just beat her to death and saved the cooldown. Not likely to make a massive difference, but sometimes is the difference. What if Genji came out as a Dragon Blade right then and we didn't have whip shot? We would have been pretty upset. But it doesn't matter. We're capturing the checkpoint this time, it looks like. Sigma's coming in. Hopefully he doesn't fly too high. He's just dead. Can't fly too high where you're dead. To be fair, well, I guess that's flying as high as you possibly can, right? Assuming Sigma goes up rather than down, which is a bit of a tall ask, to be honest, for him. So, to be fair, it's not all Sigma's fault, but you know. I don't have high hopes for Sigma when he arrives at the pearly gates. So now, we defend. We've already lost our Ashe, so that's a bad start, but at least we've got a Mercy. Alright, so we traded Mercies, at least, but I am upset about it, because just, like, Mercy players are, like, in top contention for some of the players that upset me the most. Obviously they don't upset me as much as Lucio players, but they upset me quite a lot, We're in a really bad position right now, where, like, we would already be dead post-nerf, but we're dead now regardless. Post-nerf, we would have already died to that guy. And there wasn't exactly much we could do about it, because there's not, like, any real cover for us to go for. The best we could have probably done was, like, try and get just, like, Shield Bash, around some piece of architecture somewhere, but, like, the soldier being there to begin with was kind of the issue, you know, is we had to cover a huge distance to get to him, and there wasn't a lot of cover for us to use. Ryan's up there now, so that's pretty exciting. Oh, hello! I understand why we did that, but now we have that problem of needing to close the gap on him again. I understand that we wanted to just push him out of the biotic field, but then we have that problem of needing to cover all that distance to get to him again. We're more scary to Soldier when we're in his face. He doesn't want to be in the person's face, so it would have been better to just try and beat him while he's in the biotic field, and then whip shot him either when we think we can kill him, or when we just, like, really desperately need to try and get away with him, get away from him, because we're low at that point. Because in the end, we just pushed him away while he was still pretty healthy. And then we can't do anything. But Hanzo came in and finished the guy off. So, hey, nice. You know, you can't always rely on the Hanzo player, though, can you? So we've almost got, to be fair, also, brawling it out with people is a lot harder post-nerf Brigitte as well. So, you know, fighting Soldier in the biotic field's not exactly an ideal situation all the same, but at least he doesn't like being next to people. So he's using Tac Visor somewhere right now. I think he's behind us. Yes, he's behind us right now. There he is. Hanzo's going up to try and deal with it. We're stuck in an awkward position of, like, wanting to continue to fight, but also being afraid of getting Tac Visored in the back, both of which are understandable desires. And I could see myself going either way on that, where I do what we did right there, and some days I'll be like, there's a lot of shit in the way. Hopefully he just can't see me around the payload while I'm beating this guy to death. I could see myself going either way on different days on that one. So she's getting got right now. Okay, I was going to say I was pushed back, like we should have stunned her sooner than that, because we were in range, and she's like going in on the Zarya, who we can see is not very healthy. Because we could stun her like right now, and we wait a little bit. Presumably just being afraid that we wouldn't hit her, so we got a little bit closer. I'm more concerned about just, like, Zarya dying, because it wasn't too hard for Ashe to kill her at that point. We did just push that Rein further onto the Zarya, who was the one that he was going for anyway. So we just sort of helped him gap close on that one a little bit. Ashe is really fucking lucky right there. So we're a little spooked. Okay, we're fine. We're good. We're good. That got a little scary, but we're good. We're good. So we've managed to stall them out again. This is also a really annoying place to start going again, because you don't get, like, fantastic means of approaching this point once the gate's closed. Because now you have basically just really narrow funnels on all directions to choose from. The best one's pretty much the gas station. But even then, like, it's a pretty awkward area to approach from. Our Ryan's up to no good, which I'd rather he wasn't. Soldier's behind us right now because he's in the, he was in the saloon. Yep, there he is. Now Bob's back there as well. I thought that was our Mercy. I was like, I wondered why we were looking at her, because I was like, that's our Mercy. No, it's not. No, it's not. This is their Mercy. I think we were just as surprised as anybody else, it looked like, based off our reactions. It took us a second to actually start getting her. Presumably waiting to see if she was going to res the person near us to stun her. We could just start slapping her. Either way, at that point, it didn't matter what we did. The fight was pretty much going to be a wash, regardless. So, hey, they got going. They regained some momentum. Not the end of the world. We still got time to get out here and have one more fight on this checkpoint, and then they have to capture the third checkpoint as well, which is like 70... Well, this is a stupid thing to say, because of course it is like 70% of the map. I should have said it's like 85% of the map. To really... So I was like, yes, it is literally just 1/3 of the map, isn't it? But you understand what the point was, damn it. So our Ryan didn't countercharge, which led to Mercy dying. Classic. We're dead. It's never exactly great when you have to rush out of that doorway to jump down on the payload, unless you're running, like, really brawly comps, which we aren't really right now. We got a little bit more brawly right there, because our man just changed to, May, that one, yes, Ice Bitch. So anyway, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. They've still got to capture the third checkpoint. This is most of the map. This is the hardest point to capture. Elevator music was playing in my head. Ryan's dead. Ryan's dead. Fantastic. So the thing I will say about our comp of Mercy, no. This is why I hate Mercy players. Because she's looking at that Reinhardt's dead body, and she's seriously considering, like, I think I can do it. You should not even entertain the idea of going for this. Because Toes is right fucking there. There's other people around the corner. She didn't go for it. She thought better of it in the end, and that's all I can really ask for. She still died, of course, but you know, what can you do? What can you do? Sometimes you just die. But the fact she considered it to begin with is the thing that upsets me, because you know, how many times have you looked at the Mercy player and gone, don't do it. Don't Don't fucking do it. Don't do it. And then you watch her just GA into 5 people to try and do it anyway. Like, it might work. And usually it doesn't. And like the worst case scenario is it does work. Mercy dies as she gets the res off. And then you res this person who could be a fucking roadhog right in the middle of the enemy team in the team fight you just lost. And now that roadhog's gonna feed 900 health. That's the worst possible outcome. But so many Mercy players are just like, I'll do that. Well, if we lost the fight, I might as well just see if I can get it off anyway, because hey, you never know, it might work. Oh, it didn't. Who could have guessed? It's almost like it had like a 1 in 100%, like a 1 in 100 chance of winning. Of working, rather. Of winning. Same thing. And it didn't. Oh no. Who could have possibly foreseen? Anyway, I hate most people to play Overwatch. Yes, including me before anyone asks. It's, you know, obviously. But Mercy players and Lucio players, like, really tweak me. That's a fantastic graviton. Oh, she got sucked in anyway. From so far away. She got knocked down and just slurped right into it. So we've killed off their momentum. Fantastic news. As long as Reinhardt doesn't, like, overcommit and die in front of their spawn. Which, you know, Reinhardt players are likely to do. He's thinking about it. He's not dead. He's nearly dead. Mercy's burning. Alright, Mercy wasn't going to die, but it was... She wasn't going to die to that, but I was still looking at her like, oh god, no, no, no. She's on fire. Jesus Christ. So we've got rally built up. That's nice. We've also... So we're going to pop it now, because this fight's happening. Soldier's behind us, of course. Of course he is. Why would that not be the case, right? Like, it keeps happening. Miraculously, we didn't get pinned there. Mercy was in there with us. So she got. Yeah, like, I don't really have any issue of what we're doing. It's just that, like, Soldier appears behind us using Tac Visor, and then Bob's there as well. So it's like, fuck, we might as well go this way, right? I would have actually committed further. I would prefer to commit further to going that way. Because everybody knows both healers just went into that room, and, like, they're gonna go. They're gonna go in that room after us, the incredibly narrow space. I'd rather we actually commit to going backwards at that point and just do a full loop around back up the main thoroughfare instead, rather than going back up the narrow staircase. That's the shorter path to get back to our teammates, of course, but it's also way more hazardous because there's, like, a Reinhardt right there. You know, it's like, it's pretty spooky to walk past that. And if he just stands in the doorway, we couldn't. But it's okay. We still won the team fight anyway. And we still have 3 ultimates, almost 4. Isn't that incredible? Miracles do happen, and they've only got 30 seconds left. Now, as we all know, of course, when the enemy team enters overtime, their skill level increases by roughly 33%. That's just how it goes. This is, of course, also true for your own team, but, you know, your own team is obviously worse than their team, which is why it feels like it doesn't work out still anyway most of the time. Because obviously. Tried to shield bash to get out of the gravitic flux, didn't work. Such is life. It's okay, we have just a disgusting amount of ultimates ready to throw at them. At this point, I just look behind. You never know if somebody's gonna pop out behind us at this point, right? Like, they've appeared behind us at stranger times, but we, like, threw 4 ultimates at them when they had 30 seconds left. They're not meant to win at that point anymore. And if they did, it would have been really upsetting. It would have been really upsetting. Well, they wouldn't have won. We would have still gone to another round, but, you know, it would have been upsetting if they captured it anyway. So, the thing that stood out the most, basically, it just feels like we whip-shot people. Like, we kind of use our abilities without thinking too much of it. We just kind of, like, use them. Not so much with the stun, more with the whip-shot, but we just kind of, like, use them for the sake of using them. When you want to have a clear idea in your mind of why you're using your ability, you don't want to use them just because, really. When you're kind of in, like, the poking, prodding stage before the team fight fully engages, then, of course, you are just, like, whip-shotting people basically just for the sake of it. Just because, like, you want to proc Inspire, pretty much. But once a team fight has actually engaged, it's not hard to proc Inspire anymore just by hitting people. So you want to save Whipshot for a more specific use at that point, which can be appealing for people or trying to push people into your own team at that point. Once you're in a team fight, proccing Inspire is not usually very difficult. You don't really need to use Whip Shot for it anymore, so you save it for more specific things. Peeling, finishing somebody off, or pushing them into a position they don't want to be, which is usually further into your own team. And yeah, that's basically it. Could have done more to look behind us, or try and like keep the flanks behind us clear, because people like Soldier kept coming out behind us, so we could have at least been looking more frequently. Even if we can't necessarily stop him, we can at least like be more actively engaging and like trying to harass him when he goes for that, or at the very least just watching for it happening. We were caught unawares a few times, even though Soldier did it a few times. Once they do it once, they're probably gonna do it again. This is just how people are. When like, and especially if it worked, right? Especially if it worked or kind of worked, they're gonna do it again. But if like the Soldier is the kind of guy that's just gonna go behind you with Tac Visor, he's gonna do that repetitively throughout the game. But yeah, so that's what's up. So thank you very much for watching. If you did, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. More than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. I start streaming on Twitch Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, 8 p.m. EST to 11 EST. Probably not tomorrow though, because I already feel myself getting sick right now. All thought just it wasn't even elevator music, just all thought completely ceased right there for a second. And if you managed to make your way through the video and somehow still enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe for more content of mid-link quality in the future, and hope you found the video helpful.